I already been to LA County. I got locked up in East LA County.
So it looks like white Norteño rapper Top Rank Ginger goes on the Big Tone podcast and talks about the time he got locked up in LA County. According to Sid from Toy Story.
Sid from Toy Story, that's a good one.
Pocho, you're lame, dog. Quit saying my name, dog. You thirsty getting clout. You get no views on your podcast anyways, dog. Stop capping, my boy. Yeah, you reached out. You talk good about me. I never did an interview with you, my boy. You wanted to go on live. I never did, because why? I know what it is. You're making a narrative that's never going to happen. Dog, there's too much bloodshed, too much bullshit going on. Prison is prison. The streets is the streets.
Hey, what it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy, Pocho, one of the Chicano podcasts. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one in the field. These fools are fakes in 2026. They all picking sides, man. I'm picking my side. Anyway, again, real quick, man. 80% of you fools do not follow me. This shit. Come on. Subscribe right there, dog. I just got to 8K. Help me get to 9K. And let's get to 10K. Feel me? In 2026, bro. I've been doing this for a couple years now. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Today, we're talking about Norteños rolling up to Los Angeles. And before all these fools did it, I did it. But of course, I'm not all that. I'm just a civilian going to college. But I was in them streets. And I can tell you, this video is just about how to go to LA and how not to go to LA. How to get embraced by LA and how not to get embraced by LA. This vato right here, they're calling him a ginger or Toy Story guy. Nah, man, he's a really good rapper. I'm not gonna lie. He's a really good rapper. The main thing about this guy is he has good music, but I do feel like he is going about it maybe the wrong way. He's out there in Los Angeles doing music videos, and he's on a podcast, and he's talking to Big Tone in Northern California. And Big Tone is kind of like a positive dude, so I don't know if it fits well, but he talks about his experience in LA County Men's Central Jail. And it's not in East LA. It is east of like a block, maybe not really. Nah, bro, it's just downtown LA. East LA isn't even till after Boyle Heights, actually. I would say after like maybe Soto. Some people will say a little bit after, but anyway, let me know in the comments if Boyle Heights is East LA, if it's not. Anyway, this vato talks about getting locked up and getting off on the South Sider, and it's just like, I don't know. One, if you did do that, bro, why talk about it? And the other part is it's not a good look, bro. There's never been real major funk between Los Angeles and the Bay, or I don't want to say that, Los Angeles and Northern California. Only when vatos from LA would move up to the Bay and start hoods, you know, and that was real food. We have like LP or La Primero, that was created from a movie. We have Angelino Heights, and that's by like Silver Lake and Echo Park. It's crazy because a lot of those fools are like dying for a neighborhood they never been in. But hey, respects, you know, it is what it is. I've been there. I've actually been there. So they come up here and they start hoods, and that's real. Now it's not fools from LA. It's mostly just, you know, Chicanos that grew up in Northern California, and we're really feeling like the Northern California vibe, I guess. I've never understood that, why you would live in Northern California but represent Southern California. You never even been there. But hey, I'm old. I know it don't matter. Who am I? I'm just a J-Cat. But anyway, I just think that when it comes to with this fool, he's going about it the wrong way, but he has good music and he is getting views. You know what I mean? So I just don't want him to become kind of like a lefty gunplay who blows up and then falls off, you know? He's from Washington. Check out his music. I'm not going to lie. It's good music. I don't want to deny. The vato has good music. He has a good face card. He knows how to talk. He's been on No Jumper. We follow each other. I support him. I want the best for him. But I do think that he should just chill out on all the back and forth with Southern California, because there is no funk now. And then when you go in jail, you're going to be with fools that you got a program with, and you were just dissing them in LA, and then you just go to LA and have a good time. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that he's out there really pressing off fools, but if you're going to LA and getting locked up, I've never understood how the glory of getting locked up or talking about it. You know, it's a whole nother word. I'm talking about what's already on the internet, but you guys bring all this stuff to the internet, which I've never understood. So that's one way. His music is good. He made it to No Jumper, and doing all this kind of dissing stuff, I think helped him get to No Jumper faster, you know? So in a way, I can't hate, but I do think that it's a mistake to diss people that you never have real funk with, that you came to their area, you know? That's kind of like how Southsiders come up north or whatever, but like now you're going down there. Now, Now, I mean, I shout out to Crazy Hood Media, but I don't even think that about those from LA. So it's like, I trust and believe foods from LA are not tripping. Again, as I always say, they're worried about foods literally down the street. So, especially, and no disrespect, but I always said the white boys in my neighborhood, I was like, you could just change your red shirt and everybody would think you were a square, So, but this fool, he can't just take his shirt off. He got tattoos, he got it all. So he's doing his thing. Shout out to the boy.
Hold up to LA after fools were saying that he was scared to pull up to LA because he went viral last year for his story of allegedly shooting a Southsider in front of his family.
Damn.
Southsider get out the car dressed in all blue.
Hey, so there's a homie Thumpz. Shout out to Thumpz. He's a influencer, I think, around fitness. Yeah, he got on a hood vlog and talked about a crime that he committed, but he already did the time for, which is still wild to me. But hey, it is what it is. Whatever you got to do to get on, get your emotion going. Dude, it works out. Good face card. You know what I mean? Seems like a real legitimate dude. In this clip, he talks about going to Venice, to LA, and pulling up and playing in the handball courts and then meeting a guy from 18th Street. I remember I told you guys I lived on 6th and Westlake in the Westlake district, a.k.a. right next to Pico Union with the Colombianos, where the 18th Street mural is. They knew where I was from. I had a Welga bird, all that. They weren't tripping. I wasn't tripping, but I didn't, it wasn't even like that I was poacher. I was an artist. A lot of people in LA at the time kind of already knew who I was because I'd just be in the streets a lot. And back then, social media was really popular, but you really had to be out there to get the content. You couldn't just be in a garage and react to shit. You had to really be out there. And I was. But again, this is just a suggestion. Remember, people, I didn't come to your house and knock on the door and force you to watch me. I'm just giving you guys some suggestions. This guy keeps him a little bit more professional, a little bit more respectful. I think he can go further in LA, but at the same time, he says kind of hey, I'm on it. I'm going to wear red tonight. And that don't matter, bro, because Southsiders wear red. I lived in Culver City, bro. They used to say, fuck everybody. And they're from the projects, Shout out to the Mar Vista projects. And they would wear red. I think it's East. Where's the podcaster from? Anyway, the whole point is there's a gang of hoods that wear red because either they have a problem with the Crips or they want to distinguish themselves against their ops who are already wearing blue. So I love it. I thought it was dope. Even people, even Dead End does that sometimes, So I remember I was Homeboy Industries working out with one of my friends named Javier. He's from Dead End. I'm not gonna say his last name. Really dark dude. And he would always have a red rag on. And I'd always say, man, you look so good in red. And he would laugh. He had missing teeth right here. But he was a real one. YA baby. Shout out to Dead Ends. You know what I mean? Conejo. Anyway, back to the story. Thumper. This guy's coming to LA. Anyway, he meets 18th Streeter. They hit it off. They play handball together. And I want to say something. I don't know if you noticed this, but that's little things of history that you might not want to admit. Thumper's playing handball with the vato from 18th Street. Handball. That's something that's done in prison mostly. They're doing outside in Los Angeles. That's a historical moment. It's probably never been done. If it been done, it never was put on the media. So I want to salute him because I think that's a step in the right direction. But then we always take one step forward and a couple steps back. How he was talking, and I always get worried about getting hit by, a strike or something. So you guys can go watch it all on Crazy Hood Media. It's in the background. But, and I'll put it in the description. Shout out to Crazy Hood Media. That fool is consistent as fuck. So he just talks about kind of saying that 18th Street says, all right, Norte, and that he's cool, and that he says he's not really on that, that they're on that, but then he disses Chito Ranas and says that, anybody in Northern California that's a Southerner can get it, still at this age. I'm like, damn, bro, at a certain point you gotta evolve, but I get it. It is what it is. At least you're keeping it 100. And now he's saying that he's in Chito Ranas' hood, because he's in LA now. But I remember the hater word, he got kind of butthurt about all this because he was like, oh, he's coming over here, but we've been up there, we've established neighborhoods, and you guys are just mad, and it's hella funny. But I just don't think when one person, it's a trip to me, Bands, me, Gold Toast, Thumper, Trap, Top Rank, all these fools are just one. That's like a handful of people, and you guys are making a big deal. You make it bigger than it needs to be. Most of these fools are just conducting business or going on vacation, maybe knocking down a bad one, you feel me? But they're not all up in the hood trying to press fools. Everybody knows, dog, you can't go to LA and press anybody. You will get pressed. LA is one of the biggest cities in the world with one of the biggest populations in the world for a city. no matter what, like Tupac said, every nigga in LA got a little bit of thug in them. And that's a true statement. Fool, I grew up and partied with fools that were not from gangs, grew up around them, but never got in, and they were with the business. So even a regular civilian will knock your head off out in LA. So you just gotta, keep your head on a swivel, man. So anyway, so I just think that it's cool how he speaks, but he kind of is downplaying the homie like he got the best of him or something. And bro, 18th Street's one of the biggest gangs in the world. In a second, he could have had 50 fools here and take your win, bro. So just at least keep it a little humble. That's just my suggestion. And again, these fools get butt hurt when I have suggestions. It's crazy, fool. Straight Karens, dog. I never met a whole group of like Norte rappers that be getting butt hurt and crying every time I say something. I'm not talking about these fools. I'm talking about other fools. But hopefully in 2026, you guys won't get so butthurt and just take it as a suggestion. If you're going to move into other people's areas, move in humble, move in with respect. I went over there for years, dog, and I didn't just go on a vacation, bro. I went to Santa Monica College, Cal State Northridge, USC. I worked there years, fell in love, got married. You know what I mean? Had tragedies, you know what I mean? Dude, when I used to drink, I went the wrong way on the 110 freeway, bro. And the 10, dog. Ditched my car, went back and got my camera, and still didn't get a DUI, bro. That's why I don't drink. Trying to help you guys have a longer life. I hope you vatos make it to my age. But the way you guys are acting, it doesn't seem that way. And it just seems like you're willing to do anything for views. And I'm not. If I was willing to do anything for views, I'd say crazier things, But I'm not about that. I'm trying to help our people move with respect, bro, and professionalism. And this is like, it's kind of like that passive aggressive. I don't know. I don't like it because it's like not 100%. But hopefully more people that go down, they show more respect. Bands went down there for a mission to get, business with No Jumper. And then Lefty started hating. So he got business with him on a separate trip. So nobody's done it better than Bands so far, from the Rose Salute. And the other dudes are cool, but I just think that they should be a little bit more humble moving around Southern California, because it just takes 1 second to change your whole life, and you should already know that, Thumper. So hopefully next time you go down there, you don't need to get on the internet and tell people about it. Just go down there and have a good time, you feel me? But if it is, well, I'll be here to react, make content out of it, and I'll get a little bit of paper. Anyway, in the comments below, I would like to know if you guys think these vatos are moving with respect, if you think that it's out of bounds, if you think they're going to get caught up doing that. Do you like Top Rank? Do you like Thumper? I do like his message overall and his workout, because I think it's important for our people to stay fit, because we have one of the highest rates of diabetes. So let me know in the comments below if you're messing with these two guys, Top Rank and Thumper. And if you think they should just stay in Washington, Northern California and do their content, or you think they have the right to be in LA and kind of sneak this a little bit and see what they do. And who's the better rapper right now, Top Rank or Chito Ranas? I probably listen to Chito Ranas more. Top Rank has 1 or 2 songs I listen to, probably just 1 or 2, but I do think that he could do something with his career. I do think that he's a legitimate voice for the North, and I hope the best for him. I just think that he's making small mistakes that other people have made before him, and then he should learn. There's a saying, a smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from other people's mistakes. So Top Rank, learn from Lefty's mistakes, learn from other fools' mistakes, and do better so you can be here longer. This is your boy Pocho of the Chicano Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And support a real one in the field. Comment below, bro. Like it. It's not a big deal. I don't understand why you guys are so scary of me. Show some love in 2026. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know why you are hating on me. I comment back on everybody, dog. So let me know what I can do to not be such a fool that you don't like. Anyway, this is your boy Pocho 1, and I'm out.